Hi mga Pinoy rider. Have you ever wondered that whenever getting a new bike, you always tell yourself that, man, this is going to be the last bike that I will ever own? Has that happened to you? Well, it has to me several times. I'm sure you can share your experiences, but whenever we get a new bike, after a few months, there's that upgrade itch once again. So if you want to learn more, make sure to like and subscribe this video and smash that bell button. If you want to learn more, check this video out. Yeah, so remember when you had your first bike, took a long time to convince maybe your parents or your wife that this is probably the last bike I'll ever own. I'm sure you've said that before. But then, after a few months, you feel like, maybe I need to get a bigger bike. Or maybe I need to get the same bike as my friends or my club mates. Or maybe this bike isn't working for me anymore because I want to go touring, so I need to buy a touring bike, or I want to try the track, so I need to buy a sport bike. Or how about a maxi scoot? Or I want to go off road, I'll buy some enduro or even a motard for daily on road and off road combination driving. Um, it's a cycle. I wouldn't say it's a vicious cycle because it's good, but it's that never ending upgrade itch, and I've experienced that several times already. At first, well, my first bike was a Honda Wave 100. This is not counting the bike I had during my high school days, which was a Honda Tact. I think it's just a 50cc two-stroke bike. So back to the Honda Wave, I just thought I wanted an underbone so I could probably save money because my previous vehicle was a Mazda that barely gets 8 kilometers per liter. Then I figured, what if I change my daily vehicle to something that gets maybe 40 to 50 kilometers per liter? That's a big improvement, right? So that's why I bought the Honda Wave. First, I only wanted an underbone, maybe for my daily travels. But then I was able to appreciate riding more and more each day I used that bike. So I went into several groups, like Sunday Breakfast Riders, wherein we would go every Sunday to Marilake or even just to Mang Vic's Bulalohan just to get breakfast, eat bulalo. And I also had the Newbie Riders Club, wherein we formed a club together with several people who are basically first timers in touring. And we went to different places like, say, we had the Laguna Loop Ride, we went to Quezon and Bulacan. So it wasn't just merely having a motorcycle for point A to point B. But then I started to get serious with my touring. Obviously, I needed a bigger bike, so I went for a YBR 125. That's a Yamaha bike, a standard bike. Very simple, no electronics. Uh, Actually looked like a Pantra. But then I was able to appreciate the gas tank because it's a far cry from the 3.7 liters of the Honda Wave. This one had something close to 10, I think, so that would net me nearly 400 to 500 kilometers per full tank. Then I went to several places, faraway places, riding solo, and that experience helped me a lot to further expand my knowledge in motorcycles. Um, from a machine that merely took me from home to office, now I have this what I would call a touring machine. I even put a GV box so I could travel for so many days. That would definitely extend uh, the days of my travel since I was able to carry a lot of luggage this time. Um, But then I figured if I had a bigger engine, I might be able to reach my target places much faster. So I upgraded to a 150cc China motorcycle. It's a Yamaguchi Hurricane. Bad idea because Chinese bikes, the quality definitely isn't at par with Japanese bikes. Um, they suck. Uh, Madali masira, mahirap maghanap ng parts, kokonti yung users. So talagang I wouldn't really suggest it. Um, I was able to enjoy it. It was faster, but then in terms of quality, uh, it was something I regretted. Um, and eventually, I shifted to big bikes, had several different big bikes, tried street bikes, sport touring bikes, standard bikes, and it's already 2020, and now uh, I'm looking for a 1000cc uh, Street Fighter. So it's been almost, well, actually more than a decade now, and I still have that upgrade itch. It never stopped because my passion with motorcycles only grew bigger and bigger. So my advice is, before doing that upgrade itch, before you pester your wife, before you ask your parents for money, make sure to set your priorities straight. I know we have the same passion. You are a rider at heart. So keep in mind, like me, it's okay to upgrade, but make sure that you settle all your obligations first. And keep in mind that you should always basically give in, but make sure you are well prepared. So keep scratching that itch, my friend. So everyone, ride safely and live free. Thank you, Pinoy Riders. Subscribe, okay?